studied mass communication at the University of the Philippines, where she graduated magna cum laude and defended her thesis about St. John Paul II's theology of the body. She's active in the pro-life and theology of the body ministry and is a devotee of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. She currently works as a researcher at the University of the Philippines. Valerie, if I may ask you to join us out here. Valerie, George, and Valerie.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening to all my friends from the Summer Academy, to the EWTN team who has taken such good care of us since day one, especially Ksenia, Alexei, Anthony, Patricia, and Andreas, and to all the special guests here today. So my name is Valerie Escalona, and I am from the Philippines. When I was asked today to share my testimony, the first thing that came to mind was that for the first time in my life, I have no words. We are communicators and we're journalists and reporters and writers and speakers and broadcasters and evangelizers, and we're trained with words. In fact, we're in the Eternal Word television network. But for the first time in my life, I've got nothing, because no words will ever be enough to describe how much I've learned and how grateful I am to the Academy for investing in me and investing in us. First of all, I get so emotional thinking about how it's our last night here in Rome and how much of a miracle it is that God handpicked some of the most passionate Catholics from all over the world, from our lecturers and speakers and bishops and priests and us, the participants, and put us all together in one place to meet, and of all places, in the heartland of the Catholic Church, in Vatican City herself. I still have a hard time believing that this isn't just a dream. I believe in the saying that everything happens for a reason, and I believe that God specifically picked us to be here for a reason, and that reason is because He needs us to save His church. As we have learned in the past weeks, our church is in crisis, and in a world of untruths and increasing secularization and relativism and false ideologies, we have a duty to go out to the battlefield and to fight, to defend the faith, and to proclaim the truth. Personally, going to this academy has strengthened my own vigor that there is so much work to do when I get back home. You see, my country, the Philippines, is the largest and only Christian nation in Southeast Asia. 90% of us are Catholic. We're also the only country left in the world, aside from Vatican City, that has not legalized all three major attacks on the family, which are divorce, abortion, and same-sex marriage, because of the strong Catholic culture. However, even if majority of Filipinos are born Catholic, in recent years, it has been documented that many Filipinos, especially the young people, have fallen away or left the church or stopped practicing, even if most Filipinos identify as Catholic by name. And from what I've heard in this academy, it seems like it's the same thing happening in other countries. Even here in Italy and Europe, which was once the center of Christianity, and has some of the most beautiful churches and basilicas in the world, as I've been walking around exploring the different churches in my time here, I've seen that most of them are actually empty or have been converted to tourist museums, except for some older people or some Filipinos I've seen during the Mass. So if there's one thing I can say that encapsulates everything I've learned throughout this summer academy, is that we have so much work to do and a battle to fight. God made us truth tellers and truth seekers and communicators and evangelizers for a reason. And in this mission, I now know that we're not alone. Because of the EWTN Summer Academy, we now have friends from Africa, or Ukraine, or Poland, or Sweden, or Peru, or Australia, or Mongolia, or the United States, or any one of the 20 other countries who are now one with us in mission. The faith and passion of everyone I have met here has inspired me beyond words. I especially admire the bravery of those who choose to serve God, even in war-torn countries, such as my friends from Ukraine, or those who serve Him even in places where Catholicism is the minority, such as my friends from Africa or Mongolia, or those who have the willingness to defend the faith even in increasingly secularized places where the truth is constantly attacked by relativism and false ideologies, such as my friends from the United States and England. A while ago, as I was talking to Jesus before the Blessed Sacrament and on the rooftop overlooking St. Peter's Square, I wrote something in my prayer journal that I will now share with you today. I wrote to God, Lord, whatever gifts you have given me, whatever talents, whatever desires in my heart, and whatever you have invested in me to come to this summer academy from all the way across the world, I will not waste it. Use me, Lord. Use me as your voice. Use me as your mouthpiece, and I will not fail you. I don't know what you personally tell our Lord in your own private time of prayer, but whatever it is, I hope you remember what we were taught on our first day here, that Mother Angelica once said, don't be afraid to be over-ambitious. Don't be afraid to dream big ideas, to dream crazy ideas, because nothing, and I mean nothing, is too big for our Lord to do. As Jesus himself and my role model, Pope John Paul II, would always say, be not afraid. We have nothing to fear because we are on the winning side, and our Blessed Mother, or as we fondly call her, Mama Mary or Mamita Maria, has promised, in the end, no matter the persecutions or attacks against us, or against the one holy Catholic and Apostolic Church, in the end, her Immaculate Heart will triumph. Once again, thank you so much to the EWTN Summer Academy for this life-changing opportunity. I will miss you all, and I hope that someday we will meet again, whether on this earth or in heaven. Thank you.
Yeah, so we hope to meet again soon because, as I said, we all